Hello, y'all. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I just wanted to come on and do my second video on different loan types. So I'm going to talk about conventional loans today. Last video I did FHA loans. This one I'm going to talk about conventional loans. I'm a loan officer and my NMLS number is 2416139. All right, so we're going to talk about conventional loan. A lot of people have conventional loans because with conventional loans, you can do more than with the FHA loan. So with conventional loan, you can do owner-occupied. So with the FHA, you're doing owner-occupied, but that's it. Okay, but with conventional loans, you have owner occupied, you have a second home, or you can use it like a vacation home. You can do investment property up to 4 units. That's the max, up to 4 different units in a investment property. So you could use your conventional loan. Usually the minimum credit score is around 620. You can be a first-time home buyer. You can be a seasoned home buyer. Let me explain now. The first-time home buyer, as long as you haven't owned a home in the past 3 years, you can qualify as a first-time home buyer. So the minimum credit score is 620. Now, with you have to get an appraisal most of the time with the conventional loan. Sometime, it just depends on the lender. So a lot of these things may vary. So sometimes if you're talking to a loan officer, some things might be a little different than some of the videos that I'm going to be speaking, because every lender have their own, we call them overlays, of different things that they have in place to kind of help for someone to get qualified. But at least with the appraisal, now, I had someone I was helping, and they had an FHA loan, and they did an appraisal, and they had a condition where they had to get, the person had some chip paint on their garage, and they had to get that fixed as a condition in order to get the qualification for the FHA loan. But with conventional loan, they're a little more lenient with those things. Now, they do have loan limits with conventional loans. So it's going to be varied by state to state. Some have a higher loan limit because there are higher price areas. They do have different, with the conventional loans, they do have certain programs. That's great. So they have 2 programs that I'm going to talk about. The first one program is a 1% down program, and you might can qualify that if you your income is 80% lower than a medium income in your area. So if that's the case, you can put down 1%, and then you can get a grant for the other 2%. They have another program called Home Ready, Home Possible. It's a conventional loan product, and it can help you get a lower interest rate, and it can help with the PMI. So that's also a great program that you can get with the conventional loan. So always look into that. I always like to tell the people I'm working with all the possibilities so it can help you in every area that you're talking about. Now with FHA, remember that was government backed. With the conventional loan, it's backed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Okay, so those 2 different entities is what it's backed by. So usually when we try to qualify for someone for the conventional loans, we'll run it through the Freddie Mac and the Fannie Mae and see if we can get approval from either one of them. They're close, but sometimes you get approved with one and denied with the other. So we usually run them both to see which one we can qualify you from. And if there's any conditions, we'll start working on those conditions so we can have a smooth transaction. Now, if you're thinking, okay, but Sarah, I think I want to try to do a 5 or 6 unit. You can't use a conventional loan. At that point, you're going more into the commercial space, okay? So up to 4 units is the max with conventional loans. Now, as a first-time home buyer, Conventional loan, most people think you got to put 20% down. It is a myth. It's still a myth. You don't have to put 20% down for a conventional loan. There's other options. So if you're a first-time home buyer, you can put as low as 3% down payment. If it's for a second home, okay, or like a vacation home, you can put as low as 5% down. No, I'm sorry, 5% down if you're a non-first time homeowner. Okay. So for a second home, you might put down 10%. And you might put down 20% for investment properties. And like I said, this is just an example because it depends on the lender. They might have different overlays or they might have different options for you. So for the down payment, you can use money from out of your checking, out of your savings. You can use gift funds. You can use 401k. But what you can't use is cash. So you can't just put your cash inside of the bank and say, okay, I have the cash. I'm going to put it in the bank now and I want to use that as a down payment. That's a no-no. Don't hold on to the money. Start if you're really thinking about purchasing a home. I would suggest that if you have a lot of cash, go ahead and put it in your bank, because usually they ask for 2 months bank statements. Some lenders might ask for one, but usually it's 2 months, and they want to see those funds seasoned, or they want to see those funds in the account within those 2 months. Because if we look, as some of the underwriters, as they look and they see big deposits in there and they don't know where that money come from, you can't even use that money for the down payment. So go ahead and start putting the funds inside of the bank so they can see it in that 60-day window of the bank statements. Okay, let's see what else I want to kind of share with you about the conventional loan. Now, conventional loan is the 620. Some people, even though they have a higher credit score, still opt out for the FHA because sometimes the interest rate can be lower. But with those programs that we're talking about, the Home Ready and the Home Possible, sometimes you can get a better interest rate. Okay, so be mindful of that. And we kind of like, me as a lender, I like to check the FHA and the conventional loan because I want to get you the best deal that you can get, so we can kind of compare the two and we kind of talk about the two and which one will work better for you. One more thing I forgot about the conventional loan. Now, if you put down less than 20%, you are going to have to pay PMI. All right, and that's mortgage insurance on the property. Okay, but after 20%, you can request that they go ahead and remove that PMI. So it's based on how much the house is worth. So it can be as low as $60 up to a couple of $100 a month extra in your loan payment for that PMI insurance. So be mindful of that. But definitely we can talk about any questions that you have about conventional loan. I don't want to keep you too long, but I just wanted to share a few tips about conventional loans and what they are and how you can go ahead and qualify, some of the different qualifications. Always try to make sure I let you know things so you can make an informed decision, because buying a house is a big purchase, so you want to get to know all you can. And I just want to always remind you, always feel comfortable with the lender that you're going to be working with. You want to feel comfortable with asking her questions, because we have the answers. You want to feel comfortable even speaking to that person about situation that you have in your income, with your credit, or whatever it is that you're working with, your down payment, closing costs. And it seems like now we're turning into a buyer's market because the houses are staying on the NMLS a little longer. So that means that you can always ask the seller to also help you with some of the costs. So that's an awesome thing. I think, whenever you're ready to buy is a great time to buy, no matter what the interest rate is. So if you're thinking about purchasing, or if you have any other questions that I didn't mention on this video. I forgot to say, thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell so next time when I talk about other loan products that's out there, you'll get the notification. And if you have any questions, please just mention below the question, ask the question, and I'll come back and answer those questions and maybe do another video on just questions that people have that I might have not talked about the conventional loan. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Think about that home ownership and have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. Sarah signing off. Sarah Nichols, mortgage loan originator. My NMLS number 2416139. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Take care.